If you check by your Ross, you might be able to find this. I have only found one, and it was of Optimus Prime. These are the red series. I'm sure you've seen plenty of reviews on these. So why watch mine? I don't know. I'm just reviewing it because I have fun doing this a little bit. Sometimes I just want to dig into the toys. I remembered while I opened this that I did not like the original one of this particular one. I did not have Optimus Prime, but I did get Ultra Magnus. One of the things I noticed that it says comparable value of $30. Really, they were that much now? Because the first ones I ever saw were $20. Then they went to $25. I got Ultra Magnus on clearance at Walmart for, I can't remember now. And the reason I didn't like Ultra Magnus, I thought in my memory, was because he was white, and nothing against everything against white people. I just don't like him being naked. I felt like he should always have his armor on. It just seems weird to have him out like that. So I pretend my Ultra Magnus is like Ultra Magnus Jr. or something. The reason I now remember though, it's not so much because he's white, but because I feel like these arms are too short. Like they should go farther down, because usually your hand goes down to your thigh, and since his legs are much longer here than they are here, which is also kind of strange, but acceptable. Your femur's normally your longest bone in your body, unless you're mutated or something. So I feel like the arms are just a little too short. I won't say the legs are too long, because long legs are okay. Short arms comparably, I'm just saying they just need to be longer. I do like the material it's made out of. It reminds me of those Gundam action figures that were like $5 to $10 back in the early 2000s. I also like how he's double jointed and he's got thigh swivel, but they probably could have done a better job with hiding that, but it's okay, it's a robot. He's got a ball joint for the ankle rockers, and he's got a hinge joint, so make it go up. He can do this much, but he really can't do much more. He can tiptoe a little bit. Now, as far as the this part, oh, that was tight. He can definitely do 360 there. His torso, or his chest, opens up. He's not got a heart, so we need to put in his matrix. If I only had a heart, if I only had a heart. So the Tin Man gets a heart. I don't know if I'm putting it upside down, which I'm looking at it more carefully. I think I am, because there's a notch at the top. So I can put the matrix in, and then close his chest up, and he's alive again. His eyes are a little bit on the more metallic color of blue, like the lighter color, which makes them almost invisible. I would prefer they be a darker or something that stands out more. I mean, if they get too much like the gray color, you almost think he's dead, like in the movie. Again, my only complaint about him is that the arms are short, in my own personal and honestly the best opinion you can have. He has, let's see, at his shoulders, he has a hinge that could make him go like this, but I think the stack is keeping him from doing most of that. And then he has a swivel. I thought he was gonna have a double joint because it looked like a layer right there, but I think it's just giving some room for movement, I suppose. He does have a bicep swivel, and his arm is double jointed. He's got a joint here that's got, nope, I am wrong. I am so wrong, sorry. It's bending so far, I didn't think it would get it with a single joint, but evidently it does. So it goes a little bit more than 90 degrees. His hands are on a swivel, and they got, looks like articulation. Yeah, there is. You can take them out because he has extra hands to put in. Now, I'm personally going to use this hand because it is the gun hand. And they're not that hard to remove. They're pretty easy compared to most things you take hands out of and you're scared to death you're going to end up breaking them. He is not one of those situations, thankfully. I already knew this from Ultra Magnus. So he does have a fist hand for both the left and the right. For his right hand, he has a booger picking finger. That seems to be very popular. He also has the reaching out to grab something hand, I think, or maybe it's to stroke the kitty cat, meow. And then that's his right hand. Then the left hand, most equivalent to it is this one. So he can do like this right here, like the Queen Mum used to do. By the way, I hope you guys realize that she was a wonderful woman. The Queen of England, she was the person who invented the microwave. If you don't get that joke, I don't know what's wrong with you. We do also have an axe weapon. I've never really, and this is odd for me because I'm a melee person. For Optimus, he only used this, to my knowledge, one time when he fought on the bridge, and he actually flew to it, which doesn't make sense to me either. So the melee weapon, for some reason, has articulation, which is also strange. Again, this is one of those one-time use weapons to my personal knowledge, so I personally don't care about it. I will just put it down. The gun has been his signature weapon for as long as I can remember. And this gun looks pretty right. I think this part looks a little small. I kind of remember being a little bit different than this, but also then again, we got some noises going over in the park, I think. He has got some thick back like there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, Becky. He's got some back going on. I'm not sure why there's so much cab on the back right there. I remember my actually bigger for having that. So again, if you pick these up and do you have anything you want to say about them? To be honest with you, I didn't know if I'm the only person in here that thinks that his arms are just too short. They just need to come down, like down to here. Like his hand should be down here, and this is the part that's the shorter. I think the whole thing could be a little bit longer. This needs to be longer, and this needs to be a tad bit longer. The hands are fine. I know a lot of people whine and complain about white kitty right there. Pew, 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 white kitty. Pew. Yeah, that's right. You better run. All right, that's not our cat. That's just the stray cat that sometimes gets in fights with my cats, which I don't appreciate that one bit. I don't like bullies. Looks like mine got some damage from somebody. I got in a fight with him. So I definitely like these, and some people complain and whine about, well, they don't transform. They're supposed to be transformers. Sometimes people love the characters, no matter if they can or cannot perform the action. And if you lived back in the 80s, you remember that Transformers often were just bricks. They kind of look like it, except for obviously Ironhide. Ratchet looked absolutely nothing like they did in the comic book or cartoon. So it's nice to have something that looks more like the comic book or cartoon. Now, we have so many versions of Optimus Prime. My favorite currently is like the blockies. I think they're fantastic. What is your favorite version of a non-transforming version of Optimus Prime? There's only a few to select from. I had the SCF from Japan. I don't know what that stands for. I just remember SCF. And also they got the blockies. And what was the other thing that they made? Oh, they made the Action Masters, but I've never gotten one of those. I wish I could. But at this point, I'm fine. I'll be fine with the blockies. Have a great day, and I will see you in the Matrix.